Hey everyone, welcome back to another Outriders video. I hope everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day. And what we're actually going to be talking about in today's video is how to get a God assault rifle here in the expeditions phase of Outriders. It is completely possible, and the one thing that is going to be needed is that you have pre-ordered Outriders before the game was released, or that you have actually downloaded or bought the expansion pack of the Hell Rangers. You can purchase it for about $6 right now, $6 to $7 depending on what platform you're on. I know that on Xbox it is 10% off if you have the Game Pass anyway, so the game is free for you, and then only spending $6 on this, it's really ultimately not that bad. Now if you guys don't want a God AR, completely understandable, but let's go ahead and break down every aspect of it here in today's video. But if you guys are enjoying these videos and want to continue seeing videos like this, you know what to do: like, comment, and subscribe down below. Anyway, we're going to go over a lot of information, so definitely go ahead and stick around until the very end, as I'm going to show you guys, at least at some point in time, how to get rid of all of your duplicate items that you're going to be creating using this technique. Now, I don't know how long this is going to remain effective, so make sure that you guys are participating in it as soon as you possibly can and doing this as quickly as possible, because as soon as they start to do some of the fixes on the back end, especially once some of the restorations to inventory wipes and things like that have been completed, they're probably going to start focusing on things like this that shouldn't necessarily be happening. Now, this is an exploit or a glitch depending on which way you guys want to look at it, so let's go ahead and get into it right now. So obviously, to gather anything that is Hell's Ranger related, you're going to come over here and you're going to come into your inbox. You can see that I've actually already taken the Hell's Ranger assault rifle out of it. It is actually currently sitting in my backpack, and I'm actually going to go ahead and throw that into my stash. So you guys can see that I've actually done this 6 times already. I've actually done it more, but I'm going to show you guys in just a little bit of how you can actually go ahead and get rid of these. All right, so let's get into the duplicate process of actually how to get this, and then the stages after that that you guys need to go ahead and do in order to get a God AR here in the game. So basically, how to duplicate it: you're going to take it out, you're going to put it in your stash, whatever you need to do. You're going to go ahead and locate some drop pods. It does not matter which one that you guys participate in. I'm just going to go ahead and choose the mountain outpost right here. That will work perfectly fine. As soon as you guys go ahead and load into it, you're going to skip through the cutscene and you're going to get started as soon as you possibly can. Now, keep in mind that I am on an Xbox Series X, so my load times are significantly quicker, so hopefully you guys have some fast load times as well. But you're going to want to alert the enemies as quickly as possible, especially in this one. There's a couple of snipers, so they can actually go ahead and take care of you pretty much right away, and you want to die as quickly as you possibly can. Now at this point, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is just go ahead and click on the abandoned button that does actually show up right here. So it took 11 seconds for us to basically go from the very loading of the screen into that portion of it. Not bad. You're going to go ahead and skip out of that. You're going to go into your start, and then you're going to go and return to lobby. Again, Xbox Series X, my load times are very quickly, so this is going to take you guys longer if you guys are on the older generation console. So you're going to go back and continue game as soon as that is able to. You can re-log back into the game as quickly as possible. And then what you're going to want to do is head on over to your stash, and then you're going to see that I now in my inbox have all the items, including an AR that I can actually go ahead and grab out of the inbox. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you can see that now when I go ahead and add it to my stash, we actually have 7 of them. So that means I was able to successfully duplicate this item. Now from here, there's a couple different things that you guys can do. Maybe you guys don't want to duplicate it. Maybe you don't want to do the other option to go ahead and get rid of all of this. If you don't want to basically do that, then you're just going to get it once. So pull it out of the inbox just once and put it into your inventory, and then you're at this point, we're going to head on over to Dr. Zahidi. Now, the more that you do have, the less that you actually have to do it later, but you can try it as soon as you would like, because you can do this really whenever you would like. Now, it should have helped if I would have pulled them out of the stash, so don't forget to do that part of it. We're going to grab all of these out of the stash, put them into our current inventory, into the backpack, and then we can actually head on over to Dr. Zahidi. All right, we're going to go ahead and go into yes, I need to upgrade, and we're going to choose any one of these. And what you want to do is click on swap variant, and you're going to switch it over to tactical. Now, ultimately, A majority of these will go down, but you want it to be at least a 360 or higher, but preferably if you guys can get around that 370 range, that will ultimately be the best. Let's go ahead and do it. 321, not great. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and select another one. Swap variant. Then we got tactical 323. Now this does take iron, so make sure that you guys have plenty enough iron in order to do this. Breaking other things down, scavenging for some more iron or whatever it might be. 341, that actually went up. I haven't had very many of these to actually go up, to be 100% honest. Most of them do go down. That one went down a lot. I'm hoping that one of these will actually get us to where we 340 barely went up one firepower. Ooh. Swap variant 307. Is this one gonna get lucky enough? And no. So you can see that with my 7, I was not actually able to successfully do this. Now, if you guys don't want to duplicate any of the items, what you would do is you're going to go into the swap variant, and then you're actually going to click on this. You would click on the tactical, but what you would do is you would not close from the screen, because if you close from the screen, it will use your iron, and that variant will be stuck onto the weapon. And you saw that it switched back to standard and back to tactical, and it did not change the firepower whatsoever. So at this point, if you only wanted to get that one and do it once, you would completely close out of your game and then basically relog back into it completely, getting back to your Outriders camp, and then individually talking to Dr. Zahidi each and every single time. All right, so like I said, if you guys can get to that better tier, that 360 to 370 or possibly higher, that is going to give you a god AR in the end game. And obviously for ARs, Technomancer seems to be the best because of the long range damage that you do ultimately do over time, and a lot of the trees that you have as far as your skill sets and your class goes. But if you want to use an assault rifle for your other characters, then this is a really good option of being able to do it. You can get really high. My current level is only at a level 46 in the game, so once you get to like level 50, especially get it for on that 360 to 370 range for the firepower, you should have like a 90 to a 94,000 damage gun or firepower gun at that point in time, which is pretty powerful. Now, in order to actually get rid of all of the weapons that you don't want, what you're going to actually have to do is create a brand new character, which means that you actually have to go and start a brand new character from the very beginning. So ultimately, you're going to return here back to the lobby. I've already actually created a brand new character. You're going to go and change your character, and then you would actually click on the create a character button here, but I've already created one, so I can actually go here. I'm going to go ahead and select on him. I'm going to proceed to lobby, but before I do that, I want to make sure that I put all of my items back into the stash, because obviously this method won't work unless you place items into the stash, because you can share items that you place into the stash with other characters. So I think I actually forgot to do that. So we're going to go into the backpack, and we're going to go ahead and put all of these items in here. Fantastic. Now what we can actually go ahead and do is go back and return to lobby, and then go ahead and switch our character. This shouldn't really take very much time with the loading screens and whatnot. And then we're going to go and change character, do the new character, proceed to lobby, continue the game. And then my character is actually sitting right next to the stash anyway. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just pick out all of the items into the inventory. And then at that point, all you need to do is come back into the lobby and delete the character. Then all of the items that you guys have duplicated will actually be gone. Okay, so it didn't load me right next to stash. That's actually where I had finished at. Is the other one still in my inventory? They are, so you can see that I actually had done it a few times prior. And we're going to run over to the stash here in First City. Nope, not First City, Rift Town, my bad. And we're going to head on over to the stash. And then what we can do is we can grab all of these out. And now they are removed from the stash. We can actually go ahead and go back into the lobby, return to lobby. And then all you would have to do at this point in time is go back to change character, grab the character that you want, and then you can actually click on this one and hover over them and actually go ahead and delete that character, and all of the duplicates that you guys have actually gone and basically duplicated are 100% gone. Since you can't sell them to any of the vendors, you can't dismantle them or anything like that. So hopefully this is an entire walkthrough of every possibility, and even getting rid of the duplicates that you guys would need to do, and the quickest method of being able to duplicate it as possible. Hopefully it does help you guys out, and if it does, make sure that you guys go and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.